Hi, I'm Greg. I'm building my training and racing skills for cross-country mountain biking. Along the way, I'm learning how to make videos just like this one. Monday was an exciting day, as I knew I was going to go to the doctor tomorrow. Unfortunately, I didn't budget my daylight well, and it was windy, so I did an hour and a half on Zwift. It felt pretty good, but I did run out of water about 15 minutes before finishing. Don't know whether to call that perfect timing or poor planning. My average power was 175 watts and my peak power was 718 watts.
Today is a very special day for me because instead of riding the same gravel road you've seen me do too many times, I finally get to go mountain biking again. It feels so good to finally be riding trail again. I have missed this. So the way that this trail system is constructed is kind of 3 nested loops. So you have a short loop, then branching off that you have a medium loop, branching off that you have a long loop. And I've had an idea which is somewhat ambitious possibly, but I've wanted to come out, do the short loop, then do the medium loop, then do the long loop, both back to back. So I'm gonna try that today, see if I actually have the stamina to do it. And if I don't, that'll be my training goal up until the next race. I can tell that my legs have gotten used to spinning away on flat roads. I don't have the same strength that I used to for mountain biking, which kind of sucks, but I'm definitely better off than I would have been if I just waited until today to resume my training. Hill, also one of the bigger hills. We're gonna see it 3 times today if I have the endurance. I've decided to name this challenge of doing all 3 loops the 3-course meal, because for your short loop you have an appetizer, for your medium loop you have your main course, and for the long loop it's your dessert, so you really want to savor it. Just reached the medium loop junction, but it's my first lap, so we're going short. It is tempting to push the pace coming down this, but today's gonna be all about endurance. The 100 yards of descent right here, some of the most fun on the entire trail. Shame it's only 100 yards of it. A lot of the challenge of our desert trails doesn't come from built-up features. It's that the ground is very hard and very dry, so you roll obscenely fast. And the dryness leads to a sandy, very loose top. Combine that with how narrow the trail is, and you have a recipe for some serious challenge without serious features. Once again, right back through this descent. I got 2 into the challenge and burned my legs up a bit early, so now I'm trying to just recover a bit to make sure I have enough gas to get through the whole thing. Sit in, keep my pace moderate. It takes a shocking amount of self-control. This climb is quite technical just because you have a tight switchback, followed immediately by rock steps. Fortunately, this bike is much easier to do that on than my old bike because it's so much shorter. Feeling very unsure about long loop after both of these, but we'll see how I feel at the end of medium. I don't think I've used the top half of my cassette since getting injured. I'm not used to the demands of mountain biking anymore. God, that's a steep hill. Back on the short loop descent. I think I am gonna try for long loop. I'm feeling lucky. Whew. I'm heading for the long loop now. All the way starting back on short loop, of course, but I feel better at this point than I did before medium loop. So, as always, I just take forever to warm up. I think that line may have been slightly faster, but it was more difficult. My execution on the first lap wasn't great either, though. Either way, at this point, I know I have long loop in the bag because I've done over half the work. Probably roughly half the distance, but the toughest climbs are behind me. I suppose there are still some difficult climbs, but I don't have the energy in my legs to lay down any serious power. So I'm just holding on to as much speed as I can. We're coming up on the white rock ladder, which is one of those features that is more difficult than it looks. Come on. My line on that first portion was not perfect, and I thought that I was done. I thought I was gonna at least have to put a foot down and possibly fall over. I haven't missed that turn in a while. Thought I had further to go. Damn. Ooh. What happened? I guess I got into the sand and then lost the back wheel. Honestly, kind of surprised I walked away from that one. Even if I wasn't hurt, I thought I'd hit the ground. Ow. My leg hurts from smacking it with the frame, and that makes it hard to want to go hard. But also I want a good time, so sand pits are my least favorite thing, actually. Well, I guess that's all my riding for today. I feel pretty good about it. First time mountain biking, and I hit one of my routes that I've been concocting for a while. So I don't think I have any reason to be dissatisfied.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.